Compilers don't care what you name your variables, your methods, your functions, your classes, but your fellow developers do, which is why you've got to be familiar with the various different naming conventions that you'll encounter when you're doing software development, namely things like Camel Case, Pascal Case, Kebab Case, and my personal favorite, Screaming Snake Case. And showing you what those are, showing you the differences between them, maybe even telling you when to use them, that is exactly what we're going to do next. Okay, the first naming convention you got to be familiar with is Pascal Case. And this one hits close to home with me because Turbo Pascal was actually the first programming language I ever used 20 years ago. The basic idea is that if you've got a variable or a method or a function, if it's going to use Pascal Case, it starts with an uppercase letter, and then any new word in the variable starts with a new uppercase letter as well. So Tomcat server, REST controller, write operation, those would be examples of Pascal Case if the first letter and the first letter of every new word in the variable name are uppercase. Now, in Java, we use Pascal Case with classes, with interfaces, with big top-level and important components. We don't use it with methods and variables. For that, we use lower CamelCase, which is next on the list of naming conventions that you gotta know. The next on the list is CamelCase. With CamelCase, the first letter of the variable or the method or the function can be lowercase, then the first letter in each new word is then uppercase. So, for example, first name, time to first load, index number, those would all be examples of Camel Case. Now, we specifically call that dromedary Camel Case or lower Camel Case because the first letter is a lowercase letter. There is upper Camel Case, which is essentially the same thing as Pascal Case. The first letter is uppercase, and then every subsequent first letter of every next word is then uppercase as well. Now, the next naming convention on the list is what I think is the most visually appealing of all of the naming conventions, and that's Kebab Case. With Kebab Case, the names of your variables, the words in your variable or method or function names are all separated by a dash. I like that. I like the way that lays out white space with things like landingpage.html, gameresults.jsp, 404 errorpage.jsf, and I very commonly use Kebab Case for websites, for URLs. I really, really like it. However, it is discouraged in variables and inside computer programming languages, and the reason is that dash can sometimes get mistaken for a subtraction sign. So x-y, is that a variable named x-y in Kebab Case, or are you actually trying to subtract y from x? Because of that, because of the confusion that it can sometimes create, people discourage using Kebab Case inside of their software programs, but as I said, I really like the way it looks. So whenever I've got a URL, a Jekyll site, a website I'm creating, I like to have Kebab Case in those URLs. Now, the last naming convention we'll talk about, and I think this is kind of the funniest, cutest sounding one of them all, is SnakeCase. And this happens when you've got a variable or a function, and each of the words in the variable or function name gets separated by an underscore. It's really nice if you want a little bit of white space to separate the words in your variable, but at the same time, it avoids the confusion with the mathematical subtraction sign that you might get with Kebab Case. So some examples of SnakeCase might be interest rate, minimum salary, extra sauce. So a couple of examples there. Now, there is kind of a funny derivation of SnakeCase, and that's when you've got all of the letters being uppercase. And in Java, whenever we have a constant in Java, we use SnakeCase, but all of the letters in the words are all uppercase. And this is referred to as Screaming SnakeCase. So those variable names that I just showed you, here they are in Screaming SnakeCase, interest rate, minimum salary, extra sauce. I just think that's kind of funny. And of course, if you're in a chat room or you're online or you're on Twitter and you're talking to people, if you write in uppercase letters, that's considered to be screaming or shouting or being angry. So if you're using SnakeCase and you've got all uppercase letters, it's not just SnakeCase, but it's Screaming SnakeCase. Now the question does become, when do you use each of these different naming conventions? And the fact is, it's different from one programming language to the next. So Java uses a different set of naming conventions from Python and Mojo, and those naming conventions are a little bit different from C and C++. But I can tell you from my Java experience that whenever we create a class or a record in Java, we always use upper CamelCase or Pascal case. As I like to say to people, all of your friends' names start with uppercase letters, and all of the Java classes that you use start with uppercase letters as well, because they are your friends. In Java, for variables and for method names, those use lower camel case. And as I like to say to people, classes are your friends, variables and methods are not. But that's how we use them in Java. Screaming snake case in Java, that's constants. So if you've got a constant, you declare that using screaming snake case. And as far as Kebab Case goes, we really don't use that in Java. I like using that if I've got a URL. So maybe if I'm doing JSF or creating JSPs, I might have a URL that includes a dash in it, which would make it Kebab Case. But as far as actually programming goes, we don't use Kebab Case at all in Java. It's valid and it would work. It's just not the convention. But, one of the things you want to do is be consistent with your language and also check with people on your team. And if you follow the naming conventions for your team and you follow the naming conventions for the language, well, you're not going to get in any trouble at all.